Good morning, everyone. I asked my reader group what types of videos they would be interested in seeing if I was going to start posting to YouTube again. And the number one most interested video was a day in the life of a romance author. So today we are going to dive into that. I am going to get ready for the day, get a little bit of work done. I have some errands to run later. So let's get into it. Come along with me. I'm so excited for you to join me. Please forgive a little bit of messiness. We've got my niece's pack and play in here this is where she takes her naps, is in our closet. So I am probably the most casual girly you'll ever meet when I'm at home. So I want to say it's like a uniform, but it's not really a uniform, I guess, but I almost always wear a pair of these black leggings. I think I have 8 pairs and I just rotate through them. And then I do some sort of I do some sort of long sleeve shirt or sweatshirt when it's cold, or a tank top when it's warm. It's very casual. I'll put on fluffy socks or my little booties, and that's kind of it for the day. I'm never really concerned with any type of like fashion element. I was never that way, even when I was younger. There might have been short periods of time when I was in like high school and stuff when it was really important to look cool. But for the most part, I've just never cared. So this is my look. This is my vibe for the day. It's nice and cozy, comfortable, perfect for me to get in work personally and professionally. It just makes life easy. So yeah. I also don't do a lot to my hair or to my face. I have thought about creating like a morning routine, but realistically, I don't know. I'm just not like, I don't do my makeup. I don't really do anything to my hair. So it's just kind of an easy morning. The one thing that I have been working on is trying to take better care of my skin when it comes to hydrating it. When we moved here from Hawaii, my skin started getting really, really dry. And most people think, oh, Georgia, it's, it's a warm, humid place. Apparently not the area that we live. We live in outside of Atlanta, and it's very dry here, for me, at least for my skin, in comparison to living on an island. So I've had to be really aggressive about working on my hydration. So that's for me. For a while, I started with this Summer Fridays Jet Lag Deep Hydration Serum, and it has been wonderful for my skin. When it ran out, I went and got another bottle, which is great, but I also got this Kiehl's Ultra Facial Moisturizer, which has also been wonderful. So this is the primary thing that I put on my face. It's really that's my whole vibe. It's just about hydration. I'm not looking for any extra coverage. I'm not looking for sunscreen because I was doing something that had sunscreen in it and it just got in my eyes all the time. So yeah. So mostly I'm just a hydration girly in the morning. I drink lots of water, and I get this lotion on my face, and then I put some conditioner in my hair so that it's not super dry. I use this Marc Anthony Coconut Shea. I got this as a part of like this kit, this like subscription thing that I did when we were living in Hawaii, and they don't sell this product anywhere. So I just found a bunch of them online on eBay, and I bought like 10 of them so that I could use them how I want. Just a little bit of this. It'll dry, it'll fluff up a little bit. Okay, so now that I'm ready, time for a little breakfast. I am a Diet Coke girly through and through, and my husband's in the mood for a coffee, so I'm gonna head to McDonald's really quick, get a little something delicious for breakfast, and then I'll come home and get to it. Diet Coke required. So I am one of those people who could do the hidden taste test where you set up the box and then the camera can see what the sodas are and I can't, and I would be able to tell you what the differences are in the Diet Cokes, because there's just such a clear difference. And McDonald's, superior Diet Coke. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do today is I'm actually going to do some laundry first. We went on a trip to Vegas for my birthday. And when we came back, I opened up my suitcase and laid it on the floor, and I got all my clothes cleaned, but then my suitcase stayed on the floor, and I've been dumping clean clothes into my suitcase, and I haven't been folding them or putting them away or anything. So I'm going to do that before I get to work, because it's just kind of this looming thing in the back of my mind, and I just want to get it done. And I know my husband will appreciate it too. Whenever I go to McDonald's, I get a number 2, which is the sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffin with the Diet Coke and the hash brown. It's like the meal. And I always eat the hash brown on the drive home because I'm impatient like that. Okay. Time for laundry. Got off to a little bit of a slower start than I had intended. It is almost 11:30 and I am just now sitting down at my desk for the first time. My niece has spiked a fever, so even though I was hoping to just kind of rest through my laundry and be done with it, step in and help. My husband is super capable. He's an incredible, nanny to my niece. But occasionally I provide a little bit of relief and help. And he needed just a few minutes to himself. So I tried to have her help me with the laundry. But she, isn't feeling great. So just kind of held her while I tried to put that load of laundry in, and it might not have been the best decision. But But then, once that was done, kind of just held her and snuggled her for a little bit. And now she is back hanging out with Uncle. They're downstairs. I think she's gonna take a nap soon because she doesn't have a fever yet, but her temperature is climbing. So we'll see how that goes. But today is a Monday, and at the start of each week, I open up my planner and I go over the things that the things that I have said I want to get done during the quarter, and I decide what it is that I'm going to get done during the week. That kind of helps me narrow my focus, so I'm not just throwing spaghetti at the wall and doing whatever, fly by the seat of your pants type of thing. So I'm going to take a few minutes. I'm going to go over my planner. I'm going to set up my intentions and my goals for the week. And then I will jump into posting to social media and getting caught up on some admin stuff. My hope is that it should really only take about 30 minutes to get through most of that. And then I'll be able to get cracking on actual things that I want to get done that are part of my task list. So let's get started. Set. I'm feeling a lot more clear about what I'm going to be working on this week. I use the HB90 system, which is the Heart Breathing's 90-day planner. I've been using it since 2018. It has never steered me wrong. It really helps me narrow in my focus and accomplish the things that I want to. I've been thinking about doing another video where I talk specifically about how I use that planner, how I set things up, how I do my 90-day plans, how I think about a full year. So let me know in the comments if you are interested in something like that. For this week, I took a look at my 90-day plan, which is at the start of my binder, and lists all the things that I'm hoping to accomplish in January, February, and March. And I made a list of the things that I want to accomplish this week for each of my 3 goals. One of my goals is work-related, one is health-related, movement, physical, kind of stuff like that, and the other is a personal goal. And then separately, I include a few things I need to accomplish for my cover design business, because I also design covers and do graphics and stuff like that. So for work, the main things I want to get done this week, the primary thing is I need to get in words on my next book, which is the 3rd in the Hawthorne Vines series. Meredith and I are very excited to share Micah's story, but I have been really struggling to get words in, and this book has been a labor of love. So I really need to get in some words this week. My original goal was to have a kind of first draft for the 2 of us by October, I think it was, and then we pushed it to November. And then I was having some health stuff and I didn't really focus on it. And I was like, I will definitely finish it by the end of March. We will definitely have time to work on everything. And now I'm pushing that. So we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening. But that is the main focus for this week. On top of that, I need to send out my weekly newsletter. I am recording this video, so I need to make sure that I get this, everything filmed today, and then I'll need to edit everything together and post it, stuff like that. I have all my social media, my TikTok posting. I have a box of books that I purchased in order to stock up for the fact that I recently launched a store, and I need to unpack that. and put all of those away. I need to clear out my email inbox. I need to follow up with a cover designer who is helping me with setting up an signing exclusive covers for some of my books. And then I need to get the order for that put in this week. And then I am reading a colleague's book and blurbing it for her. So I need to make sure I spend time doing that. And for my cover design business, it's just like it's invoices and emails and getting people on my calendar and stuff like that. So, and then I have other things, but those are not super related to being an author. So I'm not going to go into those, but that's really what I'm going to be focusing on this week. And that is my kind of weekly, like, these are my goals. And then on the next page, I have my actual planner for the week. And I have basically just a checklist of things that I need to get done. So I have the full list of what, out of all of those things, all of the more minute, the like miniature steps essentially to accomplish each of those goals. So for example, I have the fact that I need to do my social media and my TikTok, and then I need to film my video and edit my video. And it's all listed out very specifically here in step by step, rather than just the overall goal, which is post to social media or complete next YouTube video. And then at the bottom, I have the kind of appointments that I have for the week. So like a doctor's appointment, we're going to the symphony orchestra this weekend, stuff like that. So that's my planner. I try to get all this done quickly at the start of a Monday. It helps focus my brain. And then I jump into posting my socials. And then today's going to look a little different than I had planned, because I will end up taking a little break for lunch after I've posted to my social media. But then I will come back and get back to words. Normally I'm done with this process by 10 a.m. and then I have several hours to write or work on whatever is important for that week. But because I did the laundry and I spent a little bit of time with my niece this morning, things are running a little bit behind. But I think that's just par for the course when you work for yourself, is things don't always go exactly how you planned. All right, so I'm going to get into posting my socials, and we'll go from there. Okay, social media is done. Normally it can take me quite a while to do because I'm just not very good at it. And yeah, I would say posting to social media isn't an area of expertise that I have, but I like to believe that I'm getting better at it. Something I've been wanting to do is plan out my social media in advance so that I have a better idea of what it is that I want to get done. I do have a kind of like a backlist promotions calendar that I look at, and that provides me with guidance on what it is I am hoping to promote, so that there's like a reason for, like a method to my madness. For example, if I am looking to promote my Hermosa Beach series, I will make sure I'm sharing snippets of it in my newsletter. I will begin creating more TikTok videos about it. I'll share posts on social media, and I might do a giveaway. I might put one of the books on sale. So, but it's kind of all leads to pushing one series or one type of book. And yeah, so I have a little bit of focus in how I do it, but it isn't necessarily super planned out, and I want to get better at that. So hopefully one of the things that's on my to-do list for this quarter is to create a way to plan out my social media. Back in like 2019, 2020, I was pretty aggressive about planning things, and I had this really intense spreadsheet, but it was unrealistic, like to to organize it that way. So I'm just trying to find a better way to do it. Anyway, I'm recording this video with my phone, and I have to use my phone to post a TikTok video. So I'm going to take a little break from videography, and I'm probably going to head downstairs and have some lunch and check in on how my husband and my niece are doing. And then I will be back later to do some writing. So see you soon. It is a little bit cold in my office, and this is my favorite blanket to snuggle with. My brother-in-law, my husband's brother, made this for me. He knit this for me, and I use it in my office to keep warm when it's cold because the insulation up here is not great. So yeah, this is my favorite blanket. I am going to spend about 10 minutes reviewing the text that I wrote the last time that I was working on this project. I have my little timer here, which I love. It's a time timer, which sounds ridiculous, but I love it. Mostly I love it because of how it looks. Like, it's super cute. So I'm gonna set this for 10 minutes, and I'm gonna look over the text that I wrote last time and go over the things that I'm planning on working on this time. And then I'm gonna do 2 25-minute word sprints just to get the juices going. Sometimes I have to work hard mentally to get back into the writing space. And that's kind of where I am today, but I need to get words in, so I can't just do what I've been doing every other day, which is saying to myself, oh, I'll just work on other things and I'll write tomorrow, because it was a future Jillian problem. It is no longer a future Jillian problem. It is a now Jillian problem. So I need to make sure that I am writing almost every day. Okay, so I'm going to jump into reviewing, and then I'll do some word sprints after that. Okay, that was perfect timing. I was able to read all of the the last scene that I wrote, that I worked on, and remind myself of where I was at in this story. And so now I'm going to dive into a couple of word sprints. So this is the 3rd book in the Hawthorne Vines series, and it follows the youngest brother, Micah, and a yet to be named heroine. And it's time to get into some words. So let's dive in. All right, I have 25 minutes on the clock, and my hope is to get in 400 words. We'll see what I end up doing. Okay. All right, so first word sprint is done, 25 minutes. And I started at around 2,300 words. It says 2,282 for this scene. But I think I added some when I was doing my review. So hold on, let me do some math here. Normally I have a calculator, but I moved it. 814 words. So maybe 100 of those I wrote during the 10 minutes. of like reviewing everything, maybe like 75 to 100 words. But that's still like, that is so, that's way more words than I was expecting. And that's always something that feels good, because in the first 30,000 words of a book, I am really fleshing out characters and figuring out who they are. And I'm usually doing in 30 minutes, 200 to 300 words. Like, my word sprints are really slow because finding the nuance of how the characters speak to each other isn't as easy. So to get 800 words when I'm at the beginning end of the book, like in the first 30,000 in a 25-minute sprint, that feels really, really good. Yeah, so I'm just gonna mark that in my little word tracker here. I have this comes as part of the HB90 system. It's a word count tracker. On one side, it lists like all the deadlines that I have set for myself, when the rough draft needs to be done, when it needs to go to the editor, when it needs to be beta read. Obviously, this process will look significantly different because it will go back and forth between myself and Meredith many times. So I've kind of left that area blank, but I do list my word count. So it'll be really fun to be able to put 814 words for my first word sprint for the day. That's dope. Wonderful. Okay, so I'm gonna jump right into, my next word sprint. And then I am going to take a break. Normally I do like a good chunk of time between word sprints, but because of how many words I wrote, it just feels really good. So I just want to jump right into the next one. My goal on any day that I'm writing in the early stages is 2,000 words in a day. And if I can do another sprint and be really close to that 2,000 words already, like, oh, that'll feel really good. Okay, so let's do another 25 minutes and we'll see what we can do. Okay, so my phone actually died while I was recording. On the last sprint, I got 591 words, which brought me to a total in the first two writing sprints of 1,405 words, which feels really good because in the first 30,000 words of a book, I move really slow when I'm doing writing sprints. It is a glacial pace. And I take a lot of breaks because the story is still formatting, like it's still formulating in my mind. And it's just a really slow process. So getting 1,500 words in 1 hour is really, really good. When the video died earlier, I did a little recording where I talked to the camera. None of that got recorded. That's okay. But I also took a little break and went and spent time with my husband because we're talking about this trip that we're planning in April with some friends of ours. And that's kind of timely. So went and sat by the fireplace and chatted with him and let my phone charge so that I could record a little bit more. Had some lunch, and now I'm back to it. So my goal when I am in the first 30,000 words of a book is usually 2,000 words per day, every single day. So not just 5 days a week, but every single day. And so that means that I just need to do one more writing sprint of 600 words. We'll see if I can do it. If I can get 595 words, then I will have gotten in all my words in 3 writing sprints, which would feel so, so good. And I think I can do it. So I am going to jump back in to writing sprints. I'm going to do another 25-minute one. I'm going to do a 30-minute one. Give myself the extra couple minutes, and we'll go from there. So we'll see. That was an incredible word sprint. I know that I just spent a bunch of time talking about how it's so crazy when I get more than 400 or 500 words in a word sprint this early in a manuscript. And then each of these word sprints have demonstrated that it's totally possible. So I'm ending at 47:59, which means that in that 30-minute word sprint, I got 1,072 words. So that brings me to just under 2,500 words for the day in 3 writing sprints, which feels so exceptional. It's also really encouraging because it means that these characters are being very loud and speaking very clearly to me. And that's what we want. That is definitely what we want. Okay, so that means that I'm done with my word sprints for the day. I am going to be diving into the other things that are on my planner that I wanted to get done today. I need to clear out my email inbox. I have a couple of emails I need to send. And then I need to do some work for my cover design business. So I'm gonna get into that. And oh shoot, I was supposed to go to the post office. Well, I guess I'll be doing that tomorrow. Yeah, so I'm gonna jump back into some work here, take a little break from writing. You might be able to hear, I don't know if you'll be able to hear the sound of my niece moving around inside of my office. She's in her little play prison, that's what we call it, hanging out. And my husband is reading on the couch. And they usually do this for about an hour in the afternoon for us to have some together time while I'm wrapping up things at work. So I'm gonna finish up a few things. And then my niece is going to get picked up for the day. And then Danny and I are going to go hang out like we always do in the evening. It's my favorite time of the day. Okay, I'm going to keep working. Hey, guess what? I love you tons.
I love you tons.
Hi. Addie. Addie, I love you. Are you tooting? Yeah. Just spent a little bit of time catching up on admin work, and then I created a pre-made cover for my cover design group, and I'm feeling pretty accomplished for today. It's about 5:15 right now, so for the rest of the night, probably just gonna take it easy, hang out with my husband, eat some dinner, maybe watch some of our shows, just enjoy the general evening. Addie, you wanna see the bus? Come here. You see the bus? You see the bus? Hi, bus.
Bye.
Hi, bus. Hi, bus.
Hi. Bye. Cry.
The bus driver waved at us in the window, yeah.
Puppy.
I have my hood on like it's cold outside, and it's not really that bad. It's maybe like in the 50s. But taking the puppy on a little bit of a walk. Gotta enjoy that outside time because I have a pretty sedentary job, and making sure I'm moving around is important. One of the things we like to do at the end of the day, usually more when it's warmer, but definitely all year long if we can, is we come sit outside on our porch. We're really lucky to have this lake in our backyard. And I like to sit right here in this little swing, and we just kind of sit out here and enjoy the day. So that's what we're gonna do for a little bit, just enjoy the outdoors and time together. Yeah, it's gonna be lovely. All right, everyone, it is the end of the evening. Danny and I took the dog on a walk. We sat outside for a little while. We ate dinner, and then we watched a few episodes of Running Point, which we are really enjoying, by the way. And now we're just gonna sit in front of the fire and kind of end the day before heading to bed. So thank you so much for coming along for a day with me and seeing kind of what a day looks like as a romance author. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you would like more things like this, please drop a comment, let me know, like, subscribe, and I will be doing more videos soon. So I hope to see you around. Have a good night.